Good morning. Sources confirm that former officer Derek Chauvin will be tried separately in court. Now, previously, all four defendants were going to have trial together in March. So let's talk about the dates now. Chauvin's trial still happening in March on Monday the 8th, but the joint trial for J. Alexander King, Tu Tao, and Thomas Lane is rescheduled to August 23rd. Today's announcement will come about a month after the defense attorneys for Chauvin and Tao tried to delay trial until July. They'd accused prosecutors of violating a court order to share discovery material with them. Prosecutors, they also recently tried to delay trial until July. Their argument the COVID vaccine would be more widely available by then. Now, just last week, Judge Peter Cahill did hear each motion to delay the trial until the summertime, but that decision is expected this morning. And again, from what our sources are telling us, the trials will be in March and August, held separately. Guys.
All right, Kaya, thanks for keeping us up to date on that situation. Kaya.